Yeah, you want to get the turkey, we got to stuff it.
This is Food Network Challenge Thanksgiving Family Feast. Now today we have 4 regular families making their version of Thanksgiving dinner. We're not asking for perfection. What we're asking for is that each family bring their own unique culinary perspective to the meal.
We're making pumpkin rounds. This is going to be dessert.
Our judges for today are Executive Chef and owner of Restaurant August, John Besh. 2008 James Beard Award winner and chef owner of Mishi's, Michelle Bernstein. And finally, we have Tara Bench, food and entertaining editor of Ladies Home Journal.
As a judge, I'm looking for taste, texture, creativity, and presentation. Presentation is a key element that sometimes is overlooked getting a big meal on the table. The food needs to look beautiful and very delicious.
What I love most about this competition is that the sampling of all these menus from across the country. Kitchen number 1 has a North African influence, which to me just screams flavor. Kitchen number 2, that's gonna be a Southern kitchen. Kitchen number 3, that's that heartland cooking. If done well, it could be the tastiest of all. I'm really excited about kitchen number 4 because it's vegetarian, and we don't think of Thanksgiving as a vegetarian holiday. And they're going into it cooking with a lot of gusto and pride. I can't help but think that it's gonna taste great.
Getting ready to put in the breadcrumbs for the stuffing. I immediately began with the oyster dressing. And to start that, you have to saute up butter and then add some chopped vegetables and then add the dressing itself and make sure that the spices are put in exactly right and then add the oysters. I'm going to chop the oysters and add them to the dressing. Adds a little moisture. It's a kind of a Virginia tradition. I needed to get the turkey in on time, and so I needed to make sure that that dressing was right. It was like a surge of adrenaline, just trying to get that started and make sure that everything was cooking at the right moment.
Hi, ladies.
Hi. How y'all doing? Good. Good. Hi, welcome.
All the judges are in our kitchen. Suddenly, it is like the temperature in the room goes up 100 degrees, and I can feel myself starting to sweat, which is gross. And the judges, inches from me where I can't hide it.
Your mama's stuffing smells really good, by the way.
Thank you. When I saw that the sweat had just broken out all over, her hair was streaming, I think that's when I realized that Sarah was so intense.
You're glistening. We need a sweat towel. Where is it?
Have you got one?
It was a moment I was not happy with.
I think the biggest mistake, and it's a mistake that we're liable to see today, is that you get so caught up in the hoopla of the competition with all the lights and the cameras and the action, and you're not putting your heart and soul into the dish.
I am folding whipped cream in my mango pulp. Dessert is a mango mousse. Mango is a fruit that we love in Egypt. In addition to the mango mousse, I am making phyllo fans. I love to work with the phyllo dough. It's a little bit tricky. It's a very thin dough, so it dries out very fast.
None of the teams are doing pie. Where is the pie? I'm really interested to see what they bring to the table, because it's not going to be your traditional dessert.
This one is perfect. I'm very proud of this one.
Yeah, that one looks okay. I mean, I could have probably done one pretty good.
Okay, you know what? Come and do one.
Yeah?
I sort of saw what she was doing. She was doing some folding. I figured I could do it.
You want to see a good fan? Here it comes.
Bang, bang.
I do want to see this when it's done.
So my mom spits out the directions to me real quick. She's like 3 sheets, and then butter in between, and then you fold it.
It has to be a light touch.
Okay, yeah, a delicate touch.
And I'd never done anything with phyllo dough before, other than eat it.
Then like this, and like this.
Well, Michelle Bernstein comes over, and I said, hey, I was proud. So I was like, hey, did you take a look at those fans?
You really used a lot of butter, and that was a little thicker than Mama's. So that should be very interesting. But
what are you, like a chef or something? All right, really?
I do that in my spare time.
I love these onions.
We started on the onions after we got the sweet potatoes in, and it seemed like the onions would never go away.
This is the most time-consuming thing the entire day.
We're chopping the onions for an onion gratin that we're doing Vidalia onions and the small pearl onions, and then it's going to have a rich cream sauce with cheese and breadcrumbs on top. I hope the judges like onions.
Team number 2, the Stansel family, it's taken them a long time to chop their pearl onions. They didn't read the back of the package on the onions that said that you could throw them in boiling water and drain them and peel them a lot quicker. Everything is moving very slowly, and they're not moving with a lot of fire.
Totally look like I'm doing surgery on this turkey.
So on our menu today is a citrus turkey, How hard can it be to stuff a turkey? Dayton and I will be in charge of, manning the turkey. Some oranges, some lemons, and some onion. Citrusy.
One of the things we need to do to prepare the turkey for actually putting it in the oven is we melt butter and white table wine.
I just want this.
And you put cheesecloth into when you get everything melted. Take the cheesecloth out with tongs and you wrap the turkey really nicely so you make sure it's covered and kind of tuck it around. And you leave the cheesecloth on the entire time you're roasting the turkey. What actually ends up happening is the turkey browns very nice and you don't get a burnt turkey because that cheesecloth is actually helping to protect that skin.
I like it, it works. I've had it for years and it turns out delightful. It adds caramelization and beautiful flavor.
So with the cheesecloth on, we put it in the oven.
Any Thanksgiving celebration, the turkey is the star of the show. It's the moment that everyone waits for the turkey comes out of the kitchen.
When we put it in, it started getting really brown immediately, and that made me really nervous.
If you blow the turkey, you're done.
My mother you will see, stand over my shoulder and give me some orders the entire time.
Don't need any more brown sugar or anything on it, okay?
Even though it's my recipe.
I'm just...